Okay, so I did it again. I started modifying something before I showed you guys the problems with it, why it doesn't work, and why I'm modifying it. So here I am halfway through figuring out that this Ryobi belt sander it's a good usable piece of equipment, but you got to do some stuff to strengthen up the Chinese crap that goes on here. First thing I did was take the side cover off. That kind of protected everything, and you had to find the screws. They were under the sticker, so that was an easy find. Get rid of that no need for that at all. But this is your belt release. Boom. I like that. I like the guide that will center your belt there. That all works. There's no reason for that thing there, but the crazy thing is that this whole thing is supported off of a little cast iron arm here, and it starts to get into a speed wobble and you got issues. So what I've done is I've taken the little bracket off of the 6-inch disc sander that I'm not going to use. I mean, I might someday, but you can always put it back. And from there, I'm going to gusset this thing like this with a gusset right there through that existing hole, and I'm going to put a C-clamp there. That way that C-clamp can readily come off and you can slide your belt up over the whole thing. Now the reason why they've got this cantilevered out here like that is so that you can just slide a belt on and slide it off. Well, that's great and all, but it leaves this whole entire bearing under all the stress, and all of the weight hangs on this little tiny piece of crap cast iron arm down there. So I'm going to gusset that. I use the existing holes here to screw this piece of plate. I'll C-clamp it, and even with this mounted, this gusset right there mounted on there the way I want it, to get a belt on, you just undo your C-clamp, flip it up, slide the belt around, and your belt will go up on there. I'm going to trim the end of that a little bit more. Well, there, it's lined up. It's close, but I don't want it in the way. So now, this is all so that I can get my knife, ground down the way I want it. This is made out of this piece of bar over here. Anybody who's watched my videos know it's out of this piece of crowbar. This knife is from that crowbar, about a 4-inch piece of knife. No material was lost in the forging process. Yeah, I've ground some down and got rid of just like that much. So you take a 4-inch piece of crowbar and it ends up in this big, huge, substantial, almost 1/4-inch wide knife. The shank's quarter, full length shank. And then I'm going to set up another fence here or whatever, guide, to where I can get this radius I want in it. Can't really see that, but right here I want somewhat of a radius grind so I can finish off the tip and have a nice thin sharp blade, but still have the spline be real solid, and lots of grinding to do. I've tempered it. I've hardened it, and then I tempered it with the torch, and that's where you get all that blue color. I might have gone a little too far with it, but it's just a project. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't hold an edge like freaking Crocodile Dundee, but that's that.